friends, it's good to see everybody. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in the Pacific Northwest, and today is Father's Day. So I'm super excited. I get to celebrate the best father I could have ever given my children today. Yeah, you agree with that? He's the best father ever? Yes, ma'am. Oh, happy girl, happy Miss Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This baby is her dad's twin. I'm looking at a baby-year dad. She looks just like Sean, I swear. But yes, Sean is the best father my children could have ever had. And yeah, you really do agree with that. And he really is like the father that everybody wishes they had. Like, he embraces these kids for exactly how they are. He sees the best in them always. No matter how tired Sean is, he will always show up for them. You agree with everything I'm saying. And he's such a good dad. And I am so, so grateful and thankful that my children have that. Yeah. You're just so happy today, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And you're cute. I need 30 more. They're so cute. And just watching him father my kids has healed a lot of things in my heart. So, love you lots if you're watching this, Sean. And without further ado, on to the next order of business. My hair. So today is obviously Sean's day, but that didn't stop him from staying up until 1:30 a.m. with me last night dyeing my hair. No, ma'am, it didn't. So we did purple and blue, and I don't have any roots. This video is not going to go up for like a few days because I have some stuff pre-filmed. So you're going to see like the roots are rooting, and then all of a sudden I'm going to be just a purple blue goddess all of a sudden. So sneaky peeky. I'm going to try to remember I haven't done my reveal yet and not post anything on Instagram until after this video goes up. But you know me, I'm a little airheaded, so we'll see. We'll see how well that actually works out. But that was a very, very wordy way of saying we are rolling for looks today. Yep, it's true. I was telling Sean, I was like, I keep calling it rolling for pans, but it's rolling for looks because it's not like I'm trying to like hit pan in everything I roll. I'm just trying to create looks. So today, I figured what better palette than the Pastel Palette to bring out on this beautiful, wonderful, celebratory day, celebrating the best man that's ever lived in this whole entire universe. And I guess the other fathers in the world too, but mainly my husband. Pastels just bring so much joy to my life, and it's already a beautiful day, and it's a great day, and rolling for looks with pastels would just bring me joy. So, the project is mine and Sean's take on randomizing looks, just to keep things exciting and interesting. The Pastel Palette has 15 shades in it. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, I'm rolling a D6, and I'm going row by row. So the first roll is going to choose the color 1 through 5. 6, I get to pick my color from that row. So on and so forth. I do get to add, like, highlighting shades for free. I think I'm going to try to use Satara Sparkles today from Colby regardless of what I roll. Just because it's a very, like, happy color, very, very, very sparkly shadow. But also I haven't used it in a while. And with Colby shadows, you have to use them or they just dry out insanely quick. So it's been over a week since I pulled out Satara Sparkles, so today I have to. So regardless of what I roll, I am going to be using Satara Sparkles today. But just as a little sneaky peeky, I always blind you guys with the mirror, so I'm trying to figure out how to not do that. Oh, you get to see me twice. This is what the palette looks like. It is backwards for you guys. So this row over here is my 1s, 2s, 3, 4, 5s, and then obviously 6 I get to choose. So where we're starting at. I am going to do my rolly rolls, and we'll see what our look of the day is going to be. Our dice, this is a very weighted one. It's one of our heavy ones. It's just a cute little rainbow dice. We actually play D&D with all these dice, so this is the one we're using today. My dice for D&D are all purple, but I don't know where they went because we haven't played in a couple weeks, so they're put away at the moment. You're just talking over the store today, Miss Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm happy she's talking and not screaming. So the first roll is 5. Oh, this is going to make using Satara Sparkles kind of hard. Okay, I'll do a grand reveal at the end. 5. 5 again. This happened last time. Last time I got all 2s down, Tiny Marvels. It was all, well, it was 2, 2, and then 6, so I got to choose, and so I chose 2. So it was down a column. So now I have 5 and 5. Anything but another 5, please. 4. Oh. Okay, so I told you guys, like last time, the dice chose a very easy look for me to do for rolling for I'm doing it again, rolling for looks. Today, the dice did me a little dirty, so 5, 5, 4 were my rolls. 5 is the pink, 5 is the blue, and 4 is the green. And then as you guys know, I said I was going to use Satara Sparkles, which is a rose gold, like pinky shadow. Shoot, I don't know how I'm going to do that with... Oh man, I have my work cut out for me today. Today's going to be interesting. 2 pinks, a blue, and a green. Okay. Starting off with our trusty headband. I love my hair. So I've been using Arctic Fox for a while. We got a new one from Ulta. It was a lot more expensive, but this one is advertised as like permanent hair dye rather than semi-permanent hair dye. And I always have my hair purple. Like I don't deviate from that ever. So we got permanent this time. I think IGK is the brand or something like similar to IGK. I might be just like totally full of it, but it was very interesting. So it comes out like white, and then when you mix it with the developer, then it turns like the colors, but it takes like a really long time. Like the blue took like 45 minutes and it was still not blue. So we were like, did this get mispackaged? Like this actually like gray or something. But then Sean read the directions in the box and it said like it doesn't have to change color before you put it on your hair. Like you could just put it on your hair and it will continue to like change color. And we're like, okay, let's give it a try. And when he started putting it on, like the purple had turned like purple in the like bottle. So we were expecting the same from the blue, but it just didn't happen. Well, he put it on my hair and like 5 minutes later, he's like, oh, it's blue. And I'm like, oh, like obviously blue? He's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, okay. And then he like took a strand of my hair and showed me. And I was like, oh, it's like dark, dark blue. Because my fear with blue, like blue is beautiful. I love blue as a hair color. But it washes out and fades really, really quick. I mean, so does purple. But like blue, every time I get my hair professionally done at Ulta, I do like multicolors. I do like purple and blue and other stuff too. I just love you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I do. I might just do the world's most boring look ever with this. You are just so beautiful. Yes, ma'am, you are. Yeah, I'm going to do the world's most boring look I could have ever done with this combination, but I just don't know how else to do it, you know? But anyway, so yeah, it's Father's Day. He stayed up super, super late to do my hair because I've been wanting to do my hair for like a few weeks. But as you guys know, I'm a military wife. And so Sean, like when he has the whole military thing he has to do, it takes like 2 weeks for things to get back to normal because he works like 100 hours the week of, and with no days off, he has to go right back to his normal job and work another 40 hours. And then he has the weekend, obviously. So this is the first weekend he's had in like 3 weeks, and exhausted. And of course today is Father's Day, but I was like, I don't want to wait like another week to do my hair because I don't know, I get really, like, self-conscious with, like, the roots. Like, I mean, like I said, I always have roots. Like, roots are my trademark. But when it gets, like, a couple inches to the point where it's, like, touching my pony, I get really uncomfortable about that. And Sean, it just really likes to make me happy. So, yeah, we put our baby to bed. We put our babies, all of them, to bed last night. And then we stayed up late and did my hair. Yes, ma'am. In fact, our oldest has recently gotten into dyeing his hair blue. But every time we try to dye his hair blue, we, like, don't leave the bleach in long enough. So it washes out in, like, less than a week. And, like, 2 or 3 days it washes out. So we had some extra of the blue last night. And we were like, should we, like, wake him up to do his hair? And I'm like, I don't think he's going to wake up, Sean. Because he's, like, our children really like to sleep. We are very lucky that they are such good sleepers. But waking them up is always really, really challenging because they don't like to be woken up. So, we tried. He was like, hey, you want to do your hair? You want to dye your hair? And he was like, no, thank you. I went back to bed. I was like, I'm unsurprised. But it's just funny because, like, I started dyeing my hair purple like a year and a half ago. And now they want to dye their hair too. And we're like, okay, like, why not? Like, it's fun. I remember when I was in elementary school, it was around, like, 4th or 5th grade. The first girl in my school got her hair dyed. Well, in my class, like, the first girl I was, like, aware of dyed her hair. But she did, like, highlights and lowlights. So she had brown hair. She dyed her hair, like, blonde and black lowlights and highlights. And I was like, oh, like, I wanted my hair done like that so bad. And my grandma was going to let me, but she kept taking me, like, around to, like, Third Dimension and Great Clips and stuff. And they were charging, like, I think it was, like, $150 to get that done. And, yeah. I know. Try to get lowlights and highlights for $150 nowadays. It's not going to happen. But my grandma was like, it's so expensive. Like, I don't know about that. And so I never got them done. But I wanted them done so bad. But I just think it's cool that, like, my kids are being, like, the trendsetters, you know? Like, I've always been into fashion. Like, looking back at my life, like, fashion and makeup and beauty, I've always been interested in it, but I was never very brave. Like, I always, like, admired the beauty of other, like, girls, and, like, I was like, wow, I love your makeup, I like your hair, I like your style, I like everything about you. But I just, like, I felt, like, uncomfortable or, like, judged, you know? Like, which I don't really know why I felt that way, because, like, nobody, like, made me feel that way. I just felt that way. Man, I'm bummed. I'm, like, debating re-rolling that first color, but that would be totally cheating, because I already said I was gonna, like, do it, you know? So between Sainty and... they're, like, the same freaking color, too. Okay, this is Tara Sparkles. And you guys... or, it's Dainty, not Sainty. Like, they're the same color. Like, Dainty has a little bit more of, like, a pink, and, like, Star Sparkles has more of a rose, but how the hell am I supposed to... This was the worst color combo I could have gotten. Like, oh, man. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna... Okay, so Tara Sparkles still feels nice. It still feels nice and smooth. When I got it in, because I got it from Mercari, I tell you guys the same story a million times over again, but it felt a little bit dry, and so I was really nervous. I was like, oh my god, like, because like I said, I was reading that rumor that they only have, like, a 3-month shelf life. You see, but you're so cute, ma'am. After, like, being opened, and I was like, oh my god, like, I know it's been on Mercari for, like, 3 months at this point. Was that the moment she opened it, or was that opened, like, before she put it on Mercari? I still think I'm going to do a Mercari Horror Stories video, because I have some, like, serious horror stories from Mercari as of lately. I have a lot of really positive stories from Mercari, but the horror stories I have are pretty, like, they're pretty, like, something. So, yeah. Which is interesting. Okay, so one thing I think is kind of broken about Mercari is you rate people, right? But you can only rate them, like, when the transaction completes. So when you're, like, acknowledging, like, oh, yeah, I received the item and I'm accepting it because, like, it's exactly like what I ordered and like I don't want to return it or anything, that's the only time you can rate them. If there's a problem with the transaction, like I've had a couple problems recently, you can't rate the seller. So of course, like everybody has 5-star reviews on Mercari because the only people that get rated are the ones who like complete their transaction. Why would you like rip somebody if like you completed your transaction with them, you know? So I just feel like the ratings are a little skewed. Like you never really know the person you're dealing with. Because there's no way to be like, oh yeah, I experienced like a really bad problem with this person. Like, no, it's just like, well, I got my stuff, so here, get paid now. I just think it's broken. But again, is it stopping me from shopping on there? No, ma'am, it's not. So I guess who's the sucker? You know, I'm making some, like, killer progress on this palette right now. Which is good, because I know for a fact this palette's turning 4 years, like, old. Like, it got manufactured, November of 2021. So I know for a fact it turns 4 years old today. Or this, oh my god. If I ever have a video where I don't, like, trip over my words, that's gonna be the day, because... I feel like every single video I'm like, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna look back at these videos in a couple years and be like, wow, have I changed at all? Or am I... It's funny because, okay, so I have, like, a girlfriend from, like, I used to be part of the Mario Kart community very heavily, and I stayed in contact with a couple people, but this girl in particular is, like, my bestie from the Mario Kart days that I still talk to, and... I sent her my first video and was like, I'm doing YouTube, like, I'm a little nervous, but I figured it was time to, like, you know, do something that brings me joy and happiness in my life. And, well, I mean, I always do, but you know what I mean, like, I figured I would, like, branch out and do something new. And, when I'm summarizing conversations, sometimes I, like, throw in some, like, humor or inside jokes without realizing that, like, it's gonna sound, like, weird or, like, sound a little bit, like, concerning to people who aren't in on the joke. So that's why I, like, correct myself. But, yeah, do something, like, out of my comfort zone that brings me joy. That's more accurately what I meant to say. But anyway, she was like, you haven't changed at all, which I guess is kind of, like, a bad thing. And she didn't mean it bad, but, like, when she knew me, I was, like, 12 to, like, 14 or 15, and I was not the person I am today back then. I was immature. I was just very different. So I'm going in with Dainty in the inner corner. See, you guys have... Okay, yeah, they look different. So, on the lid, Dainty is definitely more pink, whereas Satara Sparkles is definitely, it has more of like a rose gold, like reddy kind of tone. So, I could definitely see they're different. Now, is Sean going to be able to tell the difference? That I don't know, but when he watches, if he watches... this, which I'm sure he will. Sometimes, like, he calls me after he gets off work, because I have this, like, crazy thing where if I'm not on the phone with him when he's driving home, I think that he's, like, not okay, like, in a ditch somewhere, because people in Washington drive really bad, and, I've been driving a lot longer than Sean has, so, and, like, I've been driving in Washington a lot longer than Sean has, because Sean came from a different state. So, definitely think I did the best I could have with the color combo I drew. But this is not my favorite look in the world. Debating putting the Zest color, because I drew this, like, lime green, yellowy type of shade. I'm debating putting it right in the middle, but okay, I guess I'm doing it. Okay. So this is obviously a rolling for looks look, but, you know, it's okay. Maybe I'll end up liking it when the face is on. Everything will come together. A donkey named Eeyore is his friend. Sean knows all of the words to the Winnie the Pooh song. Which is like a weird flex, but like that song has been stuck in my head for like a couple weeks now because he sang it like beginning to end, and I was like, oh, something I could never do. So now I'm trying to learn it. There was a point in time when my dad had bribed me to learn the Big Bang Theory song, and he was going to give me one chance to sing it beginning to end. And if I got it correct, he was going to give me $20. And I got to like the very last like couple lines, and I like messed up the name of like a freaking dinosaur or something. And that threw me off because once you like the music's going a different like spot than you're at, you're just gonna like blah blah blah. So it short circuited my brain, and I didn't get my $20, but he did tell me I did way better than he thought I was gonna do. And that is one of the only fond memories I have of my dad. But you are just so cute. I was telling Sean, I wish we like did like a family, like not like a family vlogging channel, but like me and him, like I wish we did like a channel where we like documented our adventures, because we have had some of the most amazing times over the past like 4 years of life. Like we've had so much fun. Like there's a lot of like inside jokes I wish we like captured, but then again, like the moments I think so fondly of, like would they have happened if we were like trying to record our outings? So like, okay, last year Sean and I went on a child-free date to a city that's about like 2 or 3 hours away from us, and I've never been there. There was like a thing we wanted to go do. It was like a basically like an indoor hot tub spa type ordeal. So like we rented out like one of the hot tub rooms for like a couple hours, and we drove there, and then we made a day of it because we were child free already. So we like walked around and window shopped a little bit, and we got food, and like there was a farmer's market going on, so we stopped at that. And like I just wish like we could have had that documented like on like a vlogging channel, because I would love to go back and like obviously I know like where we went and like what we saw, but I just feel like it would have been so fun to like, you know, rewatch some of that film, I guess. But at the same time, like we were very in the moment, and like if I was like, oh hold on, I have to take my camera out to record this, I don't know how many like opportunities just wouldn't have happened. I'm still applying my tubing mascara like it's not a tubing mascara. You're supposed to hold it like a little bit longer apparently. Hi, honey. You are the cutest thing. Yes, ma'am. But yeah, so that's just an example. Like the last 4 years have truly been just such a beautiful time. Like for us, we've done a lot of things. We do family pictures, we go on vacations, we do a lot like with the kids, like so many inside jokes, just so much joy and so much happiness, and like, yeah, I'm getting redundant, but you know, I think I've conveyed like what I was trying to convey pretty good, you know? Talking to your is his friend and can go. Okay, so I chose my face products before we started because I'm trying to rotate my collection a little bit better. I have really grown to freaking hate this. I hate the pumpy pump. If you guys saw on Instagram, and I bet it's gonna happen again today, I was like clicking to try to get the product out for like a fat freaking minute, This is the Sunvisor from Say. And nothing was coming out, and it was pissing me off, but yeah, it's doing it again. So I'm like squeezing it all the way down, and nothing's coming out. And I hate it. It's driving me bonkers. I don't like it at all. Like, this brand, I must say, has been pretty disappointing. Granted, I still can't get it out. How many clicks is this? Like, oh, okay. Heard me talking schmack, and it's like, but now it's back to it. Like, okay, I'll give you a little bit. I'll give you just a smidgen bit, and then back to regular page programming of being, see? Like, regular page programming of being garbage. So, I bought it blindly. That was my own fault. Literally nobody's fault but my own, but yeah, I hate it. And I'm actually pretty disappointed because the people that talk about it, I feel like, you know, say good things. Like, because I went looking for reviews, right? Like, after I picked it up, I was like, okay, maybe I'm just, like, maybe there's something I don't know. Like, maybe my expectations were just off. Which, I mean, okay, yes, my expectations were definitely off. It wasn't what I thought it was. But the packaging is awful. Like, Megan was talking about how she hates the packaging of, I want to say Victoria Beckham, but a single shadow that she was trying to use because her, like, finger didn't fit in it and it was pissing her off. This pisses me off. This product pisses me off because, like, seriously, you squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and nothing comes out, and then it all comes out at once, and it really pisses me off, and, like, you know? See? But, like, yeah. So, I'm still trying to figure out if I can make it work. I'm still trying. You guys can see, though, like, I have been putting in a lot of work. Like, you can see, not only is there a dip in the middle, but, like, the product, like, overall is a little bit lower. It's not at the very, very top anymore. It's a little bit lower. But, yeah, this is another product. Like, I was genuinely in the market for a cream bronzer. Like, this was probably the only thing that, like, this and the blush that I went there to, like, get are probably the only things that weren't, like, total impulse. And, like I said, granted, a lot of this was gift with purchase, so I didn't buy a lot of this, but, like, I wanted a cream bronzer, and this is not giving cream bronzer. This is not giving what I wanted. I'm not sure if it's the color or if it's the formula. I don't know. But, like, I'm not a fan. I don't think it's good. I'm not. And I don't want to do, like, a whole video just dogging on the brand because it's my own fault. Like, I seriously think, like, my expectations were just not very well researched, you know? But there's, like, no hits from that haul, I don't think. If anything, the one and only hit is the blush. But even the blush, I think, is mediocre at best. Like, it doesn't wow me. And, like, I'm not a blush person, so that says a lot. Like, it's okay. It's okay at best. But, like, I would prefer to wear these Danessa Merrick's lowlighters as blushes than that blush. Yeah, I know. So, anyway, I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to repress this bad boy. But do you guys see how much, like, progress I've made in the short time I've, like, showed you? Like, I've been documenting my usage on this for about, I think I've been doing YouTube for about 2 weeks now. And I can literally see the oh my goodness. I want to say with Aaron Taylor, who said, if we say process and project and progress in the same video, we're going to mix it up, like, at least once every single time. And that checks out. Like, yeah. I've been showing you guys my progress for about 2 weeks now, and I can totally see the usage happening before my eyes. Sean was actually talking about, like, decluttering it, because he's like, it's so old, like, you probably should declutter it at this point. And I'm like, oh, no. Like, I am, same with this blush, like, so old. But I have put in so much work, and there's not much work left to put in, and I am going to get the credit that I deserve. Damn it. Because it's been, like, a long road, you know, trying to, like, I also have some friends here, like, something's making me break out. It might actually be this blush, because I tried a bunch of products all at once, and my skin was fine. And then I realized I wasn't picking up this blush. So I started, like, intentionally reaching for it. And that's when my two friends showed up. But, again, it could be just, like, all the products I've, like, put on my skin at once. Because who knows? Like, genuinely, there's no way for me to know. But, like, I don't know. I just feel like it's the blush. But, anyway. I'm going to get my progress. I'm going to get credit for my progress, damn it. Because it's been... I've tried so hard. So I started putting stuff in projects. That's a tongue twister. Say that 3 times fast. My lowlighter, which you can actually also see usage on already. It's pretty cool. I'm singing Winnie the Pooh in my head again. It's just cool. I like documenting my own journey on here because I get to see how far I've come, the highs, the lows, and just, like, the fun I've had. Like, I genuinely have, like, so much fun just playing with makeup. And, like, some days I like to look back and watch my own stuff. Is that kind of crazy? Like, does anything else do that? Benefit tickle. I can't be the only one. I refuse to believe that. Very pink today. I want very pink with my makeup. Yes, ma'am, you were so patient while I was doing this. Yes, ma'am, you were. Anyway, you see memes online all the time about, like, people for Mother's and Father's Day who just, like, want to get away from their kids. If you guys didn't notice, my house is very quiet. Sean took the 3 bigger kids on an outing on Father's Day. He wants to spend Father's Day with his children. He doesn't want a break. He wants to spend it with his kids. Like, my husband. I don't want to do my makeup. I want to use Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is definitely a Sean fan club over here. I love my husband so much. So much. And we are all about like teamwork and marrying good men. Like, I see people talk like badly about their spouse, whether they're the working spouse or the stay-at-home spouse, and like would not be us, because like he's very happy that I'm a stay-at-home wife, and he always tells me every day like that he's so thankful for everything I get done, and he's so thankful that I take such good care of our kids, and like just very, very thankful and grateful. And I'm very, very thankful and grateful that my husband works so hard to provide for us, and like comes home and is still like very much like an active part of our lives and our family. And so I really enjoy that. It's a very supportive, very like, I don't want to say codependent because that has like a negative connotation to it, but like a very codependent like marriage, and it's just so beautiful. It's so great. I love it. But this was my final look for Rolling for Pans today. This is not like anything I would ever do organically, and especially not with a pastel palette, but I do think it's fun. I think it's colorful. I think that once again, oh my god, I called it Rolling for Pans. Rolling for Look, I might just change the name of it to Rolling for Pans, but my Rolling for Looks project once again did right by me. So if you guys remember, at the very end I have to rate my look. DC 14 means I recommend this look. You know, I think I would give this look a 18. So yes, I would recommend this look. It's fun. It's cohesive. It's, you know, it's different. It's pretty, but I think it's very fitting for this time of year. I think that the colors played really well together. I think it's beautiful. So with that, I think I'm going to give this look an 18, which means I rated this look better than I rated look number 1, which I also thought was beautiful and great and stretched my creativity. So I see this project already working and accomplishing the goals that I wanted it to work. I wanted it to accomplish. It's stretching my creativity. It's pushing me out of my comfort zone. It's getting use in shades that otherwise would not have use. So I actually really, really like this, and I'm super excited. And I think I want to try to do more rolling floor looks videos soon, because this has been so fun. I've had a great time. But anyway, again, happy Father's Day, Sean. We love you more than anything in the whole world. And to every father out there. And just know that what you do doesn't go unnoticed. I know that being a parent sometimes is a thankless job. A lot of times it feels like you're just pouring your whole heart into what you do. And sometimes, like, you feel like you're failing, or you feel like you're not doing enough, or you feel, you know, this way or that way. And it's rarely ever like good things. We are all very critical of ourselves. We don't give ourselves the credit where credit deserves. But I could tell you for a fact, like, my children love their father more than anything in the entire world. And I'd be willing to bet that if you've ever felt this way, your kids feel the same way about you. So thanks again for joining. I had so much fun. In the widest words of Sean, please leave a comment in the doobly-doo. And I would like to see some people play along. I think this is genuinely a really, really fun game. So for all you nerdlings out there, please play along. And I will catch you guys soon. Bye!